Hi. Welcome to the Platinum Lounge. This is going to be the first of one of our hopefully long series of video podcasts. I'm JP Kellums. I'm the international coordinator at Platinum Games. I've been localizing games, worked at Capcom for a while, and now I'm working at Platinum Games. As you can see, kind of the image of this is hanging out with us in the lounge. We have a really good time making games and hanging out together as a crew, and we hope to kind of give you a feel of what that's like. But since I'm not a podcasting pro, I'm terrible at it, to be honest. But so I've kind of brought in a ringer with me.
Put the pressure on me here.
The ringer.
Jeez.
The ringer.
I don't know, podcast pro. I'm not quite sure.
The pro. He's the ringer. Mr. Mark McDonald, say hi.
Thanks for having me. Mark McDonald. Worked at EGM and 1UP. For people who don't know me, I worked at EGM and 1UP for many years, and then recently I moved here to Tokyo doing I don't know, international coordination. I like that title better actually than what I do. Yeah, that's a good title.
I don't know, man. I don't even know what it means sometimes.
Well, exactly. That's like any good title. But I'm working at 8-4 in Tokyo and localizing games.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's working at 8-4? Yep. Which is named after the last level of Super Mario Brothers.
A lot of people don't know that, but yes, that's a little fun fact for you. Yeah, so I've been here about a year, and like one of the things that's been really cool about living in Japan, as you well know, is you get to actually hang out and meet some of these game creators that are making the Japanese side, which you don't get to see so much of the. Recently in America, you've gotten to see more of the personality side of the bigger game creators. You don't really get that in Japan unless you're here. Which is why I was excited to come here and be a part of this, because it's very sort of casual vibe, kind of get to know the people and sort of, to know more of the personality side of things, and not the straight jacketed interview, that you.
Yeah, and what's really kind of cool for me, and something that I've learned a lot being here, is that before you kind of come to Japan and interact with these creators, you kind of have this air of mythology about them, like they're gods,
right.
But I know Mikami-san really well. I've hung out with his kids.
That's right.
We've got.
You're teaching his kids English, right?
I was, but
okay.
it wasn't for them, so we kind of cut it off, and now I just go to soccer games and hang out with them. But and Kamiya-san's kind of the guy who never does interviews, but they're all really real cool people, and hanging out with them and just talking with them and making jokes and stuff.
Right.
I go on a lot of international trips with them, and it's always fun kind of just to joke around and go to dinner and hang out, and that's kind of where the vibe for this podcast is coming from. Cool. So our first guest is someone from Platinum Games that not everybody knows. Mikami-san and Kamiya-san and Inaba-san are really well-known creators, but one of our most important, our first title to come out in the West is Mad World.
Right.
And it's made by Mr. Shigenori Nishikawa. And
you can tell he's working on Mad World.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Well, I think he was mad before Mad World.
Okay.
So, it's funny because Nishikawa-san used to work at Capcom with me, and we actually left Capcom on the same day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so before he left, he worked on Remake and Biohazard 4, and then he worked on the localizations for the Grand Theft Auto games for PSP.
Okay, well,
so do
you want to start there? Why don't we start by, I'm curious, working on those GTA games, what you learned about Western development, especially, or about Western games, especially with Mad World, which is kind of a title sort of aimed at the West.
まず、すごく細かく作ること、大事なところ、コンセプトをすごく細かく作ることは学びました。それをマッドワールドも生かされていますけど、少しどうでもいいところはあえてどうでもいいようにわざと作ってる、自由フリーに作ってるっていうことがすごく GTA にはうまくバランスがよくできてて、そこをマッドワールドも学んで実際に入れてる。
So it's kind of interesting, how where Western games are all about this really huge and open world freedom kind of thing. But then, Mad World's also got elements of freedom, but it's
Right.
kind of within the idea of Japanese game design where freedom is more limited,
Right.
but it's still open. And I'm kind of interested in, where he draws a line from making something too free.
Right, right, right.
バッドワールドはいろんな場所に行くことが楽しいんじゃなくて、そこでどんな殺し方をできるのかとか、どんな遊びがそこで生まれるかが大事。だからすごく大きくなくても十分その楽しい遊びがいっぱいいっぱい散らばることができてて、実際にどこ行っても何かある殺していく、ドラム缶かわして殺して、こっち行ったら標識あって殺してっていうすごく GTA はその1個の面白いとこから面白いとこまで行くのがすごく長いけど、マッドワールドはそこをギュッて短くしてテンポを良くしたい。だからあれぐらいの空間でも限られた空間でも十分面白いものが詰められると思ったからあれしてる、ああいうふうにしてるんです。
So those little pockets of fun that you were talking about, like, where do you guys get your ideas for those things? Like, the rose bush, like the big wall of spikes that you throw the guy on. I mean, that one is probably the simplest one, but like, for example, like the man darts, or like, where are you guys getting this from horror movies or TV shows? Where do you get the ideas for all of these like different ways to kill the guy?
僕はずっとバイオハザードのプランナーをやってたでしょ。バイオハザードはすごく怖いホラーを作らないとダメ。だからずっと頭はそれ。でも昔からこれもっとこうだったら本当はすごく楽しいのに、コミカルで面白いのにってずっと思ってた。それを今回、そのチャンスが来たかなと。だからマッドワールドっていうタイトルにふさわしいけど、怖いじゃないくてバイオレンスでもなくて、すごくみんなが見た瞬間に笑えるものにしようと思って、もう今までバイオハザードでできなかったことを全部やろうと。
Do you think that people want very kind of scary games, and that's why there's no comedy games? Why do you think there's not very many comedy games?
そう、俺も聞きたい。だからプレスの人とかアメリカの人とかヨーロッパの人とか来てくれた時に逆に聞いてるぐらい、なぜ今まで作らなかったのって。いろんな今すごく面白いゲームは、例えば FPS、レーシングゲーム、パズル